These are the candidates, by the way, in case you need a little bit of a refresher on who is running. On the Democratic side, the former Vice President Joe Biden, he's credited in a Harris poll at the end of, well, last week in January, 29% of the vote, 19% for Bernie Sanders, the Vermont senator, the Massachusetts senator Elizabeth Warren on 11%, the Indiana mayor beat Buttigieg on 4%, Minnesota senator Amy Klobuchar on 4%, and the California activist and businessman Tom Steyer on 3%. There's one notable absence here. Who is that? It's Michael Bloomberg, the former New York mayor, who is not in this debate. He is waiting until Super Tuesday on the 3rd of February to make his pitch for President of the United States, given around 8-9% in the polls right now. OK, so what happened last night? Well, as you say, Stuart, a little bit subdued. One or two little tense moments, most notably between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Now, you might remember Bernie Sanders is being accused of saying a couple of years ago that no woman ever would stand a chance of becoming President of the United States. Elizabeth Warren came back on that and said, well, look, there are 4 men around this table, and collectively they have lost 10 elections. Bernie Sanders saying that he couldn't remember making that remark, but at the end of the debate, rather a tense moment between the two of them because they did not shake hands. Now, another element which was hotly discussed was American troops being based in Iraq and in the Middle East. Some of the candidates said they would pull them all out. Other candidates said, well, no, they wouldn't pull them all out, but they would review that and try to strengthen the coalition there to bring more countries in to play a role along with the United States, notably Pete Buttigieg, who said that he would use his experience when he was in Afghanistan to make a much better job of things in the Middle East than Donald Trump has done. Another debate which caused a lot of controversy was on Medicare. That's something that Elizabeth Warren has been hounded about because that was one of her key policies at the start of this Democratic debate. She was then asked to say how on earth she was going to pay for free Medicare and has sort of retracted a little bit but since then on the actual payment of it. A few candidates saying they want free Medicare completely, others saying, well, they're not quite sure how they would go about that, but they would investigate how to do free Medicare if they were elected. So the bottom line is, who's come out of this as a victor, Stuart? Looks like Joe Biden is still top there, but not much enthusiasm. And what the punters are saying in the US is, well, if you want a man who is going to be nice and easygoing to take over from Donald Trump, vote for Joe Biden. But if you want a dynamic president, Joe Biden is not going to be the man to do the job.